Alright guys, so I have no idea what's going on. Everything was great, and then all of a sudden, it started idling like crap again, or what I call the hiccup. And we have the PO299 and PO470 again. Now, I do know that PO470 can trigger PO299, and so I'm wondering if that exhaust back pressure sensor is bad. That's what I'm wondering. I mean, the only other thing I can do is take the sensor back off, see if it's got a bunch of gummed up stuff again. But I don't think that's the issue. I think it's just a bad sensor, and it's just causing other issues as well. We're going to run over and see what the voltage is for the exhaust back pressure, and we're also going to see what it's desired, as well as actual or absolute or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's the only thing I'm really concerned about right now, are just those. So let's see here. We're going to just do all of them. Alright, so let's see. Oh, and you know what? Let's also do the VGT. So where we have key on engine off, voltage is 0.4, which I believe it said the lowest is supposed to be 0.5. Absolute 9.8. Desired is 3.2. Gauge is -4. Turbocharger's open. No error. 0%. Let's start it up. So yeah, it's varying. Desired is 2.4. So it's like I didn't do anything. We're right back to where we were. I'm going to, of course not with it running, but I'm going to disconnect the EBP, and I want to see which one of those reads. But this is really starting to irritate the ever-living hell out of me. And I know this is going to be hot, but I'll plug it back in. Ow, ooh, that's hot. That's very hot. Okay, there we go. At least I got it undone. Yeah, I got that is hot, but naturally, I mean, of course your coolant gets hot. But I'm wondering what's reading and what's not. Let's see here. What do we got here? So, nothing on the voltage. Absolute is 6.3. So yes, it is a bad sensor. Look at that. Look, exhaust back pressure gauge is 36.0, and then pressure desired 3.2. So this horsefly is really irritating. Get on out of here now. Come on now. I'm trying to guide you. There you go. All right, let's start it up. So, as you can see, exhaust pressure gauge 36. The desired is still 2.4. Absolute is 3.4. Voltage is 0 naturally. So, and it's not idling as bad. Like, it's not doing it as often. So I think I figured out the issue. The sensor itself is bad. Because with it plugged in, it should not read 0. That makes no sense to me. And let's do the map. Let's see here. Where's manifold absolute pressure? Oh, I went past it. Okay, let's do the voltage, PSI, I believe that's all of them. Yep. Alright, so what have we got? Back pressure is 0 volts, naturally. Okay, manifold. See, look, manifold pressure is also reading 0. So I'm wondering if I need a new manifold pressure sensor. But the voltage seems to be fine. And the sensor is reading correctly, 14.7, 14.5. So yeah, that's reading right. So the only thing that wasn't reading right is the the only thing not reading right is the EG or EBP. So looks like I just need to order another sensor. So I'll do that. If I order the sensor, I'm also going to replace the tube. I'm not just going to do, because I think that tube might be cracked as well. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, that's just a quick little update. I mean, truck runs fine. It still sounds great. It's just that it's still bringing up that code, and I'm not happy with that. You know, especially not with all that work I put into it. So, yep. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and try and plug it back in if I can. That way I can reset the code. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Well, if it ain't one bullshit thing after another. Yep. So, when I was burning the shit out of myself trying to put my EBP sensor, connect it back in, look what I broke. Yeah, I thought I had just unsnapped it or something like that, but yeah, it's broken. So, yeah, gonna have to, I guess, buy the replacement hose. So, that's just great. So now I got to deal with a potential snake being on that truck anyway. Hopefully it won't be there. But apparently if you put down some garlic powder or onion powder, snakes don't like that. So, I mean, I can't drive this truck to work now. I mean, or I run the risk of blowing the motor, and there's nothing really wrong with the motor. But I'm just not having the greatest of luck right now. And it's really pissing me off because the tires on here are not great. And then the water pump needs to be replaced, and I just haven't taken the time to do it because I've been trying to get the 6.0 squared away. So now I've got to try and make sure that I don't get bit by a damn snake. The last place I saw it, it was leaving from here and going back that way on top of this frame here. So hopefully he's long gone, but knowing my luck, I'll get under there and run right into him. And it's not that I'm afraid of getting bit by a snake. I am not worried about it. I just know that if I get bit by a snake, we're more than 20 minutes away from a hospital. So, but I mean, I can't just sit here and hope for the best. I mean, I gotta now order that part for the 6.0. But once I get the starter replaced on this, I'm just gonna put the 6.0 right back here, and I'll figure out about ordering that part later. Alright guys, we're back in the 7.3. We're going to go on a quick little trip on the straightaway. Now, of course, this 7.3 is not a rocket, but the only reason I'm going down the straight stretch in the 7.3 is just in case Mr. Snakey decided to hang around. I want to give him some incentive to get the hell off my truck. Now, I didn't see him. I did hear some hissing while I was underneath the truck, so I don't know. It could have been something out in the woods, or it could have been Mr. Snakey. But I want to get nice and dusty and hot You know, snakes like heat, but they actually do not like extreme heat. A lot of people don't know that. So, yeah, snakes will crawl up into your vehicles, especially when it starts cooling off, just so they can get the warmth of the engine. But they don't like extreme heat. So, you know, I'm setting up a pretty nice dust cloud back there. Let's slow down for this curve. But yeah, I want to get a nice little dust cloud and rocks popping all underneath this truck. I want Mr. Snaky to understand that this ain't his home. This is my damn truck. So, we're just going to set the cruise to however fast I'm going. 56, 57. But yeah, it's a nice little dust cloud back there. Nothing too spectacular, but it's pretty decent. But yeah, it really hurts my heart that I put all that work into the 6.0 this weekend, only for not only did the EBP sensor code come back up, but also the underboost PO299 popped back up. But again, it looks like the issue with the 6.0 is that it's a bad sensor, because it shouldn't be reading 0 with it plugged in, unless obviously there is something wrong. So how the hell with it, let's go all the way down here. But yeah, I got plenty of fuel. But yeah, it's really irritating that I put all that work into that truck. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I just ran over a snake. Let me turn my lights on so I can actually see what I'm doing. But yeah, put all that work into that 6.0, and yes, it sounds great, but you know, you can tell there's something wrong with it. And like earlier on the way back from town, because we took my truck, it didn't go past 20 PSI that well. I mean, it went maybe like 21, 22 PSI, but it didn't go up to like 25. You know, like go well past that 20. It didn't. And so it kind of makes me wonder if that sensor's just shot. So that sensor is $106, and the tube is 30. So you're looking at about $140 after tax for just those two parts alone, which is not that big of a deal, you know. But then that little Y on the underneath the degas bottle broke. So, but there's no telling how old. You know, that could be the original degas bottle. I think it is. It looks like it. But that 7.3 gets down too. But yeah, I have no idea how much that part's going to cost. I'm going to look for, if I can, I'm going to look for the whole assembly, where you just take the old hoses off and put the new one on, and it's got that little Y in it. But if not, I'm actually going to look for a metal piece. There's a buddy of mine, well, he's my neighbor really, he's a buddy and a neighbor. His son has an F-150. He's got the I can't remember, there's a specific name for it, but it's turbocharged, little V6. I think it's got a 2010 or 2011, and his is doing the same thing. His did the same thing. That part broke, and so I'm having to replace that for him. And so it's just kind of irritating that, you know, that part is apparently inferior. You know, poor quality made. They don't put much care into the product, you know, the part. So, if that part is like $100 or more, I'm not paying for it. I'm going to look for a Y with the correct openings. Looks like we're having an issue. There we go. Now you finally decided to shift. Jeez. This truck, the only issue this truck has, it's got a vibration issue with the drive shaft, and I think that's in the differential. I think I need to replace the bearings in it. And then, of course, the transmission. Transmission shifts when it doesn't run out of fluid. I got a horsefly hitching a ride on my hood. But yeah, other than that, there's nothing wrong with this truck. I mean, this is a 7.3. This ain't the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is one of these with a ZF6. You know, so the manual 6-speed. And one of these days, I do plan on getting a 7.3 with a 6-speed. That would be pretty fun. They are a bit peppier than the automatics as well. Now, you can get a built transmission for these trucks with all the shift points customized. You can also rebuild the 7.3 that will knock the dust off of a 6.0. I mean, everyone's 6.0 this, 6.0 that. Don't get me wrong, I love my 6.0, but I also love my 7.3. And I know that if I dumped a bunch of money in the engine with forged internals, bigger turbo, man, that 6.0 has no chance. 6.0's got 325 horses from the factory, or 350, I think. No, it's 325, because my supervisor's truck's got 350, and his is the 6.4 liter. But anyway, yeah, this has got 275 horses, I believe, but I've seen people build their engines and slap a bigger turbo in here, and they're pushing north of 300, north of 400. You know, it just depends on what you want to do. You can compound turbo. Next thing you know, you've got, 4 digits. You're no longer in the, 5, 6, 700 horses. You're not in that realm anymore. You're now in the, I've got 1,000 horses. So, I mean, I just love the sound of a 6.0. It sounds amazing. And the 6.0's not down, technically. I mean, it's just out of commission for now. But, I mean, I will get the necessary parts and be back in it. But, I mean, it's probably for the best. I know I got upset that my 6.0, I broke that part, which is my fault, because I was trying to do it the easy way by shoving my hands in there, without, properly removing what needs to be removed. But, I mean, if you look, I got a half a tank of diesel. 6.0's right at a quarter of a tank. I worked 5 days this week, so I'd rather take this. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. More to come. Later, Gators.